You guys have no idea the amount of rage levels that I'm dealing with at this moment. Like, oh my god, like Fushiguro, Megumi, come here. Get the fuck up, dude. Get up. Get up. What are you doing? We were this close to greatness. This close to greatness, and you had to come and just The most recent chapter from JJK from JJK is here, and well, I don't know what to say, man. Like, let's talk about what happened, but I mean, I'm so disappointed in Megumi. Like, bruh, you had one job, bruh. Like, you had one job, man. Damn. It turns out that the plan from our gallos, our protagonists, would have worked had it not been for the fact that Megumi just doesn't want to keep going. He doesn't want to keep going. He's just like, you know what? I don't really care anymore, man. I don't care. He's given up. He's as we would say in the corporate world, he's quiet quitting. But curiously enough, they also had a countermeasure for that. And I find it very funny that a lot of people say, like, bruh, Sukuna is going to have like a technique for everything. And yeah, that's true because he does apparently. But the protagonists also have it. Like, they had one plan to rescue Megumi. That didn't work out. And they had another plan in case that plan didn't work out. It's amazing, man. Like, I love it. Like, it's amazing because they made a plan for everything. Like, everything. Like, Itadori really put himself in like the Batman role and was like, I got you. How is this plan going to work? Because I'm Batman. Because I'm Itadori. Like, bruh. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. One thing that I have to applaud to Gege is that he has a very good eye at maintaining consistency in his manga. I mean, bro, I may have issues with his pacing or with like his execution for some ideas, but everything is so well crafted that there are feasibly sometimes no ways that you can say like, nah, that shouldn't have happened. At least in this final arc. And that's not an easy task because this is a weekly manga. All right. And it's not an easy task to write a weekly manga. Okay. And to keep it with this much consistency. Most shonen manga drop hard in their final arcs. And like right now, what's happening with Jujutsu Kaisen, it's still going pretty hard. Like, it's still going pretty strong. Things are not feeling like ass pulls. Things are going pretty well. Like, you can't really say like, the script is helping, because it's not really helping. It's everything's going as it's supposed to be. You know, the fact that Megumi doesn't want to keep going, we knew that already. Like, we already knew that. And ever since like before, you know, Gojo even fought with Sukuna, we already knew that Megumi was just, he didn't want to keep going. And that's a really great because we had that way back when. And let's remember, this is a weekly manga. That means you have to write this shit weekly. And Gege remembered that from way back when and used it here. I'm pretty sure that during that time, that plot point of Sukuna trying to reduce Megumi's soul to just ashes was basically to have Sukuna use Megumi's body without an issue. And Gege brought it back to just screw over our protagonist's plans. That's amazing, man. Again, he's writing this, like, writing a manga is not easy because you gotta write that shit. I'm sorry for so many cars passing by. You have to write this shit weekly or monthly without a break. You know how hard that is? When you're writing a book, you have, for example, if you're writing a trilogy, you have to have it kind of like planned out, but you have some time in between books to write it. You have an editor to check it, to like send it back, and you have time to like write it. With a manga, it's weekly, bro. So this shit is hard. And the fact that Gege is keeping the consistency in his final arc, in their final arc, is just amazing. So I would like a moment of, you know, just pure unadulterated joy for the fact that Geg is keeping this shit consistently. I don't agree with some things. I don't agree with Kenjaku being kicked out. I don't agree with Sukuna being the final boss, but it's very well written and there's still consistency in this manga, so that's very good. That's very nice. Now, the plan would have worked to perfection if Megumi would have helped. But now, instead of that, he's kind of depressed and he just doesn't want to come out. He doesn't want to help out. And this confirms to me that Megumi is one of those characters. Well, personally, I've never liked Megumi as a character. He's just been kind of bland. Itadori's been like much more interesting than him. He's been like bland and not really a character that I've ever been interested in. But aside from my own personal taste, I will say in an unbiased way that Megumi is one of those characters, which there are a lot in Jujutsu Kaisen, that have been misused in the story. There are many characters in JJK that they're there, but they're just like there. You know what I mean? They're just there. And I don't like him because as far as I remember, in the very first arcs of the manga, when he first made his domain, he apparently at that point got over his, suicidal tendencies and decided that he was going to fight. And from then on, he has not stopped trying to summon Mahoraga. Or Makora, whatever his name is. I agreed when he used it against Sukuna before he took over his body because, yeah, it's do or die at that point. But Sukuna had already defeated Makora, so nothing would have happened, right? But, bruh, I agree that what happened with his sister affected him. But, brother, you're seeing, because Megumi can see everything that's happening. He knows what's happening. Like, you're seeing that these people are giving it their hardest to help you. They're dropping like flies. Kashima was turning into a waffle. My boy Iguruma, he didn't make it out of his internship. All right, my people are these people are dropping like flies, and you're just gonna lay down and be like, "No, man, I can't keep going." What the fuck do you mean you can't keep going? At this point, everybody's helping you, dog. At this point, Megumi is a handicap for them. Because if it hadn't been for them trying to save him, they would have sent Sukuna back to the lobby with Angel's technique. Because they didn't want to use it full power because it was going to affect Megumi's brain. In fact, since Gojo, they would have sent Sukuna to the lobby. The reason Gojo didn't fuck Sukuna over when he was in his domain, when he got hit with the infinite void, was because he was afraid of the repercussions it would have on Megumi's brain. Because they were still trying to save him. So, bro, if obviously they didn't know that, right? But it's like, you're seeing you're being a hindrance to them. So, help them out. Fight back, bro. But he doesn't want to fight back. And, he's just there. And that kind of pisses me off because you're seeing everybody helping and everybody just dropping and you're just not doing anything. All right, fine. Anyway, I really hope that Megumi does something, bro, because he had no important arcs in this thing. The only fight I remember he won was against that curse spirit and against Hakari's girlfriend, and those are the only two fights he won against Reggie, but he got cursed by Reggie, and he barely won that one. He always wanted to summon Makora. He didn't use the full extent of his curse technique. He didn't do anything when he was the chief of the Zenin. Just give Maki weapons and permissions. And seeing that everybody's trying to save him, he's still I don't really care anymore, dog. What the fuck do you mean you don't care, bro? I really hope Megumi does something, dude, because like, oh my god, because this is getting out of hand. Anyway, next chapter, we got Yuta and Itadori like getting cut. I hope that this dimensional cut or world cut doesn't affect them as much, because Yuta did say that his cuts were just shallow. So I hope they don't get one shot by that. But I'm pretty sure Maki and like the rest are gonna carry the fight. Maki, Kukasabe, Choso, and everybody who can fight are gonna carry the fight so that Itadori and Yuta can heal. I'm pretty sure Itadori is gonna tell everyone like, listen, dude, Megumi doesn't want to keep going, so we gotta make a choice. And it's a tough choice. Maki hit Sukuna with the soul splitting katana, whatever it's called. I've never known what that thing does. I always thought it was just like a sword. I've never known what it does. So I don't know if it's gonna hurt Sukuna or not, but I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see for the next chapter. Next week, there is no chapter, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. So, bye-bye.